Hey everyone, Joe here. Today we are unboxing and trying out the ALWITNET HY300 Pro. It is a smart projector and it's supposed to be 200 lumens, runs Android 14. It's super light and it's only 46 bucks right now on Amazon. So with a 4.8 rating, let's dive into this thing and see if it's worth the hype. So the box is great. It showed up at my place actually a lot faster than I thought. It came straight from the company, not from Amazon, but I still wanted to just share that with you. So let's just open the box up here. See what we got. A little bit of styrofoam. Okay, I always start with these little boxes here. This is like the accessory box, I guess. Ooh, a remote controller, very nice. Looks a lot like the remote controllers that I have for other things. Nice looking remote. Let's get that crinkly wrapper out of the way. We've got a power adapter. It looks like a proprietary 4-pin connector right there. Okay, so that should be interesting. And the manual, which obviously if you've ever seen my channel before, we always set that aside. We don't actually look at that. That's empty now, that's empty now. And does the remote have batteries? No. Looks like it takes 2 AAAs, so we're gonna leave that set out like that. Let's see what else we have in the box here. The projector itself, of course. Ooh, what else is in the box? Nothing. Box is now empty. Let's open this up. Ooh, wow. This is really cool. It weighs nothing. It says ALWITNET right here. It's got a little thing on the lens here. We're just gonna peel that off and not get fingerprints on it. It's got a tilting base right here so that you can aim it different ways. Okay, cool, that's great. It's got looks like a 1/4-20 screw mount on the bottom so that you can mount it on a stand, hang it from the ceiling, hang it on the wall if you have that 1/4-20. And on the back here, I can see we've got a power button. We've got HDMI, I'm not sure which version, although 4K signal is supported. From what I've read about this device, it throws a 720p signal, which is gonna be good enough for a lot of stuff. And then it's got USB. We're gonna see what we can do with that. And then that 4-pin proprietary power connector. Great, so up here, let me turn this, it's a manual focus ring. Cool, and you can see the lens move in and out a little bit. All right, so some of my concerns going into this is 200 lumens is not very bright. I'm gonna go get some batteries and I'm gonna set up a screen and plug this in and I'll be right back. I brought batteries and I also brought my 6 or 7-year-old Heyday speaker from Target that still works great, runs Bluetooth. We're gonna try to sync that up once we get things set up. And we've got our awesome little projector screen right here, ready to roll. So let's get this baby some power. Looks like it only goes one way, which is fine. I'll just plug it in there. There's a little red light that goes on when you plug in power, and then there's a power button, of course. I'm gonna set up this remote first by throwing the batteries in. Let's flip on power. It's just a push button. Ooh, oh, it's got fans coming on. It's blasting a little bit of stuff right now. That's cool. The light on the back turned from red to blue. Okay, and then we're pretty close right now, but we're gonna figure out what the minimum distance is. It's probably around there, is as close as we can get for focus. This wire just wants to drag it around. Okay, so we're booting up, I guess. I'm gonna hit, oh, there we go. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be too bright in here for using this or not, because obviously, I've got video lights going and things like that, but I think if we line this up, can you guys see it okay? Good, I can see it okay. These lights that I have on right here are really, really bright. At some point in the video, I will shut those off, and then I've got another test that we're gonna try in a different location on a different day to really try this out and run it through its paces, but it's already, I just wanna let you know, it's brighter than I expected. I'm just gonna turn the focus ring a little bit, move it back and forth, get it as sharp as I can get it. Got some pre-installed apps here. Looks like YouTube, Netflix, and Disney Plus. Also, we've got HDMI and USB of options. I'm gonna connect to Wi-Fi first. Oh, it's an IR remote. I gotta point it right at the device. Settings. Let's see if we can figure this out. Network settings, wireless network, T-Mobile. That's me. Let's hit it. I'm gonna type in my password. Don't look. All right, we're trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Connecting. One thing I noticed is this remote has some authority to it. When you're clicking buttons on there, it really clicks and it's pretty cool. One of the other things that I'd like to try out is it has a mouse button on there, and so I want to see how well that works. But right now we're still working on connecting to the Wi-Fi. Cool, it says we're connected. Let's hit the home button. Let's go to YouTube. Let's hit install. Cool, I didn't read about this at all. Installing, let's launch it. Ooh. It's got a little speaker in there, I can hear it. Cool. Watch the latest videos, get started. Let's watch as a guest. I don't like to sign into YouTube. Let's just play this quick video. I just want to see if it works. Sign in. Okay, I guess I'm gonna sign in with my phone. Okay, so what we're looking to test right now is we want to see the video quality on this. The device looks pretty good. It sounds pretty good. We've got a volume button here. It's hard to see the image clarity right now because I've got these bright lights on. So I'm gonna turn off all the lights that I can, make it dark in here, and we're gonna take a closer look at the image quality. So playback is looking pretty good. One of the things that I'm looking for is if it's stuttery or if it's just me stuttering in the video, but it's not too stuttery. It looks pretty good, actually. I don't think it's stuttery at all. It's got really good color clarity. For 720, I would say that the definition is really good. Let me see if I can get it any sharper. Oh yeah, if I pull it back a little bit more. Projectors have a minimum focal length, and this is probably as close to the projected surface that we can get, because I've got it focused on near, and you know, as far as the dial will go. And this is what we get. I think this is really, really good. I'm gonna go back to home and try and connect my Bluetooth speaker next. That's our next test. So I'm gonna try settings, Bluetooth. I'm gonna get my device ready here. This thing is old, beat up. It's been to 48 states and all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna turn it on. And now I'm gonna hit search. There we go, Heyday speaker. Let's hit it. So we've got another video with talking. One of the things that we're looking for right now is a delay from seeing someone's lips to hearing it. That's a Bluetooth issue in general because it takes processing time to process a Bluetooth signal, et cetera, and it drives me insane. Like watching a movie on an airplane, I can't wear earbuds. I gotta have the wired headphones thing. It's maybe more of a me thing than a you thing, but I'm still gonna watch that and see if it's an issue. Drop a fire emoji down below if you're still using a cable in 2025 like a caveman. I got this on Amazon. It showed up for like 2 days. If they paid me for this video, I would tell you. Spoiler alert. Okay, so I would say that the audio delay is not significant. It's there, and that's expected with Bluetooth. Next, I'm going to download HBO Max and test out something to watch. One of the things that's interesting to me is how fast it is. Downloading the apps probably has more to do with my internet connection, and then installing them seems to be going pretty quick. The first app that we installed, YouTube, was fast, and then this one was fast too. So I think that's really cool. Speaks to the processing speed within the unit here. I mean, 46 bucks, I can't buy a cell phone for $46 that can do some of these things, at least I don't think. Newest version, okay. So I've got to sign into the Google Play Store. If I had a lot of things to sign into, I'd probably just take a few minutes and set up a Bluetooth keyboard so that I could use a keyboard to sign in, because typing in and signing with the D-pad is actually kind of a significant amount of work. I'm just super impatient. I don't know if you guys follow my channel often or not, but I'm very impatient. Having said all that, the device itself seems to be running pretty quick. And while we're installing this, I've got one more little thing we're gonna try out. It's like a mini tripod. That's what it looks like. little tripod, and then you just fold it out. No problem there. We're gonna hit OK and open up the app, and then we're gonna log in. We're gonna try streaming something and see how it works for us. We're gonna sign in with the phone. Game of Thrones. Let's just resume this episode, see how it looks.
Here's the problem with teleportation.
Great, so we can't watch too much of it because I'm gonna get a copyright strike. It's not mine to share, obviously. But we watched enough right then for me to know that the video quality is pretty decent. It's there. And the audio delay is not significant enough that I don't mind using the Bluetooth speaker. And everything loaded right up, which is a big testament, especially for a $46 device. So I'm really impressed. The clarity is pretty good. In a subsequent test, I didn't show you guys the whole thing, but I spent a little bit of time testing out what file formats and codecs I can run on a USB stick, and it opened most of the files that I had saved on there. It seems to run anything that's HD or 1080 and H.264, but H.265, some things played and some things didn't. But I just wanted to share what I discovered, and I hope that you guys have a good time trying out this device. I don't want to end the video quite yet. I just want to chime back in and say how blown away I was once I actually got it out into the field and tested it. We went on a little camper van trip with the family. We set this thing up in the dark, blew it out on the side of the van, and it looked awesome. I was very impressed by how bright it was. I didn't think that it was going to be that bright and that usable, and it totally was. And I can't wait to the next trip that I get to use it again. All right, everyone, if you got anything for today's video, please like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next one.